This article here is called Meghan Markle, Prince Harry Slammed by British TV Presenter for Overexposure. And I really like this article here because the person who slams Meghan Markle and Harry, as they put it, says a lot of things that I've been saying on this channel and probably what a lot of people have been thinking. So let's get into it. By the way, her name is spelled like a Japanese name. I'm not sure if it's pronounced like that, but I'm just going to say it how I would say it here in Japan. So here we go. British TV presenter Mercy Moroki issued a scathing rebuke about how unavoidable Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have become. Moroki is a member of the GB News team in Britain and offered a harsh on-air take about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex last week, in which she derided the couple and explained that she simply cannot summon dams to give about their continued public presence. Because as you guys know, what's been going on over the last year or two or three or whatnot is that Meghan Markle and Harry say they want privacy, but it seems like their actions are leaning towards them wanting to be in the spotlight more and more. Since deciding to step away from their duties as senior royal members and move to Los Angeles, it seems that Markle and Harry have found themselves more in the public eye than ever. While a lot of that has to do with constant media coverage, which the Duke and Duchess have even tried to combat in court by way of libel lawsuits, the British TV pundit notes that she believes the couple hasn't done enough to remove themselves from the public eye thanks to lucrative TV, podcast, and book deals. So, like I said, going to court and saying you want to be out of the public eye or something like that just, contradicts TV podcasts and book deals and all kind of videos that are released, things like that. Quite frankly, I'm wholeheartedly, unreservedly uninterested in what they have to say about anything. She began her rant on the royals Thursday. And here's where it gets a little bit serious, and she even mentions the racial issues, which I don't like to talk about so much, but I find to be important. And it kind of relates to what I talk about here with Depp vs. Heard and how they're just allegations against Johnny and they're all false, about Marilyn Manson, how there are only allegations against him. I personally think they're false, but not quite the same as Johnny. And also, I'm going to mention this. Mario Cuomo is huge in the news with allegations against him, and I have to say that these days it seems allegations alone without evidence are too damaging. So even though I'm not a huge fan of Cuomo at all, I still have to stick to my guns and say I need to see evidence in every single case. But she'll get to that about Meghan and Harry. So she says, the Sussexes accused members of the royal family of being concerned about how dark their baby was going to be, but have refused point blank to name the culprit, she said in her segment on the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, which is a great point. At least name the person. At least give us who it was so they could respond. She continued, now obviously none of us are privy to the conversations that took place behind public doors, but that's exactly the problem. It's their word against everyone else's, and we're just expected to blindly swallow their narrative whilst they give us no evidence about who was racist or what was even really said. Moroki concluded her rant by stating that she does believe that members of the royal family have racist views. However, she says it's on Meghan and Harry to come forward with proof if they have it. And that's what I said on this channel over and over about them and about Manson's accusers, and obviously about any allegations coming out, is if you're going to make allegations, at least have some kind of credible witnesses, like real credible witnesses with something to lose, or some kind of evidence, audio, video, photo, anything at all we can get our hands on and take a look at. Now it's been said you can't always get evidence, so that's why I said credible witnesses with something to lose or evidence. not witnesses who aren't very credible or have something to gain from you and the allegations. And she goes on, Meghan and Harry said they want some privacy and space, but I'm starting to feel like it's us who need a bit of privacy and space from them. Turning your TV, and there they are, doing their interviews in front of millions of people, so you flip to Netflix, and there they are again with their multi-year, multi-million-dollar deal. So you switch that off and think, well, I'll just relax with a nice podcast instead, and there they are again, being their weird and woke selves. So you think, well, I'll just have to switch off completely and read a book. They can't get me there. Surely. But alas, you step to Waterstones, which must be like their Waters books or whatever, reach for a book from the shelf, there they are again, with their kids' book, and of course, their impending tell-all memoirs. Great point. So the point she makes is, they want to be private, but pretty much every way you look in every part of your life, you can find them. It's not like they're just being swarmed by paparazzis and reporters and they can't get away from that spotlight. That's part of it, obviously, but aside from that, they're dipping their hand in every little thing, every type of media, books, interviews, Oprah. It's ridiculous. It just doesn't make sense unless they actually want to be there. Maroki went on to note that the royal couple are reportedly not surprised that Queen Elizabeth has not taken full ownership of some of the comments they made during their explosive tell-all interview with Oprah Winfrey in March. And her last point here I think is the most potent. Do I think some members of the royal family have racist views? Of course I do. No institution is immune from racism or indeed any other form of hate. But I, like many others, do not believe our royal family is a racist family. She concluded, if the Sussexes want to prove us wrong, then they need to give us evidence or go away. Mic drop. That's it. I mean, unfortunately, that's the bottom line. If they're not going to give evidence about who they said made the skin color comment about the baby, then they just got to suck it up and say, well, we can't prove it. So I got to say, I agree with everything that was said here, and I've said that quite a few times. You guys, of course, let me know what you think down below. I don't know who this person is. If I was in the UK, I'm sure some of you guys will know who she is. But I just found myself agreeing, so I figured I'd feature her and read this article. I'm doing pop culture, That First Heard, Meghan Markle, little Britney once in a while, whatever comes up that's interesting in celebrity news. If you subscribe here, you'll get videos. If you don't subscribe, I guess I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.